Hello everyone, today we are going to be talking about a new video game that I played called Never Alone. It is amazing. So essentially Never Alone follows the story of a young girl and her fox companion as they journey across these Alaskan lands to find the source of this blizzard that has been plaguing the village and making it so that her entire village is starving. The game combines traditional scenes of art from the native Alaskan tribes. Not only is the game beautiful to watch and to play, but it was created in partnership with actual Alaskan natives. And it's the first game in this new genre called World Games. And so the point of these games is to draw upon this rich, unique culture and all of them across the world, and to create games that people can enjoy that's not only going to preserve the culture, but also to educate people on the beauty and the richness of the culture and the people who experience it and who have lived it. Never Alone takes the Inupiaq culture and brings it to life on screen for the modern generation. The story of Never Alone is a traditional tale, and it is narrated like that. So none of it's in English, it's all, it's so beautiful. It also focuses on groups that are commonly pushed to the side and marginalized by the gaming industry. So these we're going to reference as the other. And the other is essentially just any group that aren't in the main. You could say that men are the focus of video games, and so women would be the other. The main character in Never Alone is a young girl. She's an Alaskan native, and the very basis of this game is deeply saturated in this Inupiaq culture that the video game really manages to bring to life in a way that it wouldn't have been able to in any other medium. The idea that games can be more than just entertainment is heavily debated in modern media and in the gaming industry itself. Never Alone proves that video games are not a lower art form, and they can be deeply analyzed. In the grand scheme of the gaming world, Never Alone isn't a top game, but it is one of the top games to bring together culture, to bring together identity, education, inclusivity, tradition into a flawless gameplay experience. Most video games aren't focused on a minority group, and if they are, they're filled with plot holes, problematic characteristics, and a variety of other problems. Never Alone is simple enough to avoid these, but it's also complex to a completely different extent. It includes these cultural insights, which are these real interviews and discussions with Alaskan natives and with elders. The artwork is in the traditional Inupiaq art style. None of the narration is done in English, and most of the obstacles faced in the game are pieces of traditional Inupiaq folklore, such as the Blizzard Man, which I'm not going to tell you what that is if you haven't played it, because spoilers. Never Alone does a brilliant job of including the other with the female protagonist in the Native Alaskan storyline, and it also explores a culture that really hasn't been discussed before in modern media, especially not in a video game. These two ideas, bringing the other and bringing culture together, this creates a video game that is honestly revolutionary. Sure, the game is simple and fairly short, and there's only one main path of gameplay for players, but this game did what no other game has done before. Every single checkpoint unlocks more information about the traditional culture and what you're doing in the game and what it means. The monsters of the game are straight out of folk tales. The storyline of the game is from who knows how long ago. This game is so complex underneath the basics of the gameplay itself, and all of it was done intentionally. They could have picked a young boy to go on the journey, but instead they picked a girl. This is something that big games still haven't figured out as a thing. You can have female protagonists. It can happen. Never Alone is a one-of-a-kind game, and with more games like it, who knows what stories could be explored. Culture is so beautiful and rich and so unique to each place and group, and these cultures deserve to be preserved and to be discussed and celebrated, just like the Inupiaq people did, and how they are with this game Never Alone. I could go on for days and days about the plot and the little details and the pure beauty of this video game, but I'll leave that for you to discover when you play it. And I don't know how to outro. Okay, bye.